Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading, but we're going to have a discussion as well. So please remember to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? So what, this is going to be a difficult subject. What I'm getting is severe narcissism and the demiurge of you're being tested, okay? Understand that you're being tested. You got to kind of say, what would Jesus do kind of situation. And he was also a demiurge, even though he didn't intend for that to be his role. Okay? We have Two of Swords. Something's hidden behind the moon, or somebody's trying to hide you and your star energy behind the moon. However, you are traveling to that star. And you're hearing people talk about the prophecy. No one person is the prophecy. You are the prophecy. Anyone who's spiritually alert, awakened, and on the road to salvation of their own soul. You are that which you seek. So keep that in mind. Some people are just confused about this. They think that they have to look outside themselves for somebody, or they think that they're that important, that they're the prophecy, that they're the chosen one. We're all chosen. Anybody on this path are chosen to walk it. Understand that. Pisces, Aquarius energy. Don't be confused. And don't let the outside interference confuse you. I got a mother energy here that well, actually she's not a real mother. She's a hating ass karmic energy that wants to be the mother, but she's not a mother. She's not even a mother. She doesn't resonate with the children because she never knew what it was to be a mother. All right. Now, those of you out there who have traversed this land of raising children understand what I'm talking about. Someone who is unable to find that solace in the home and family and relationships because they don't know what unconditional love is. The unconditional love of a mother. So they resort to narcissism, and you know, somebody who resorts to that sort of energy thinks that they're better than everybody else and they're more important than anybody else, and that's just not true. Everybody is important. Everybody has a destiny. And we're all here fulfilling a prophecy that was foretold a long time ago. The challenge here is the Four of Wands, the home, making yourself comfortable no matter what confusion is in your life. And I can't say it's not difficult. It's a difficult process. And those of you just starting out in this process, I understand the pain that you're going through. Trust me. I know. You know, a lot of people out here preaching that they're the prophecy, that this is they haven't even gone through the dark night of the soul. They haven't even traversed hell to find heaven. So how the hell are they even in the same game? All right, I'm just going to be for real with you guys, because I have been to hell. That's the difference between somebody who's religious and somebody who's spiritual. Okay? Spiritual people have, you know, religious people fear hell. Spiritual people have been there. So we got an offer coming in that took its sweet time getting here. It's an Ace of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. This is something that has been taking a very long time, because there's certain entities and energies that want to see you fail, especially the unmotherly. So day before yesterday, I was almost hit by a car by inches, and I was walking across the street. I had the right of way, but the person who almost hit me, I have seen that person parked across the street from my home. So I see you, whoever you are. So if you're watching my videos, I see you. And I was paying attention, thank God, because they were not. They were looking the opposite direction, taking a left-hand turn. Who does that? And they crossed the yellow line in the middle where I was walking. Like I said, inches, guys. This war of opposites is very real. And if you don't pay attention to where you're walking, they're going to take you out. All right? I'm not saying that as a threat. I'm saying it as a warning. Pay attention to where you're walking. Light, dark makes no difference. The middle path is where you need to choose, because that is the only path that will get you through these next challenges. There will be lots of people leaving because they can't handle the vibration that the planet is coming into. They refuse to change. And without change, there can be no advancement. You have to change your perception in order to change your outcome. And if you think that everything's wrong in your life and no matter what, you know, guys, a few short years ago, I had nothing and no one. Nothing. Sat in a shelter with 100 other women who were miserable people looking for a handout. I was not a miserable person, therefore I did not look at it as the same way. I looked at it as a springboard to never, ever allow that to happen again. I chose to walk away from that which no longer served me, which was my own attitude and my own thinking. Now you can manifest whatever you want. You're a magician. But you have to choose what no longer serves you and walk away. But pay attention to where you're walking. Otherwise, you might get hit by a car. Choice. Walk. These energies are malevolent and they are dying out. Slowly but surely. And that is why we're headed into this. That's why all the masks are dropping. Because they can't hide themselves anymore. It's blatant. It's in your face. It's in your face. The Seven of Wands. the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. What don't you see that's keeping you stuck? Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. And I just posted something about this in my community tab. If your cup is empty, you have nothing to pour from. You have to find this. And it isn't out there. It isn't some tarot reader saying that you are the prophecy. You're the chosen one. We are all chosen to go through this. If you refuse to change, life stays in the Eight of Swords. Not knowing where you're going, not knowing where you're doing. All you got to do is put the right foot forward. And then the next foot. And then the next foot. You learn your lessons. And you don't repeat them. Like I said, take it from me. Someone who, just a few short years ago, had nothing and no one. And had to start all over again. No place to live. No family to call. Nothing. Remember that. When you watch my videos, you have to relate to, well, this is where we're at. God, what do we do now? We start again. And again, and again, and as many times as we need to get to the gold, to get to the prize. The prize is your self-love and your importance to yourself. Not how important you are to other people. That doesn't matter. What matters is your own self-love. But it doesn't mean that you could go out and treat other people like crap. And put so much importance on yourself that you think you're better than everybody else. Hell, leave that to the Hollywood weirdos. All right? They all think they're better than everybody else. And look where that's getting them. It's going to fall. All of it's going to fall. These deities who think that they're better than everybody else, it's going to come down. Because Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, is here. And it's all about humanity. And when you're up, you help another. And that's what I'm here to help you do. By example. Not by handing you money, not by giving you free stuff, not by, because I earned this. I earned this through hardship, through trials and tribulations, just as everyone else will. As long as you do the work. You have to do the shadow work. If you just expect $1 million to fall out from the sky, or Prince Charming to show up at your door without doing any work, that's part of the problem, not the solution. Okay? And your inheritance is your clairs. Your inheritance is your God-given gifts to let you know what is the next step to take towards that Ten of Pentacles, towards that Empress energy. The mother. Not the Empress in reverse, who wouldn't know how to be a mother if it slapped her in the face. Okay? Because she's never experienced that. So how would she know? And I'm not talking about people who don't have children. I'm just talking about people who claim to be the mother energy. Think about it this way. Okay. Now I'm going to put this in a masculine energy because it's the only one I could think of right off the bat besides Lilith. And Lilith is a misunderstood energy. I'm going to put it as like Ebenezer Scrooge, okay? What if he was in charge of an orphanage? Think about that. What if he had to run an orphanage full of children before he got awakened, of course? What would happen to those children? He wouldn't care. He had no parental compassion. This is what I'm talking about, male or female, as the Empress in reverse. They take the title, but they've done nothing to earn it, but make other people suffer. Sending witch spells to people like me to try to destroy us because we're out here preaching hope and sovereignty. The factors affecting the situation is that you took a break, you took a nap, you took a rest. And somebody thought that they could take advantage of that. You have something new coming towards you. Squirt, squirt, squirrel. It's a beautiful Knight of Cups, but this is also the love of money. So where are you placing your importance? Is it on people or is it on money? The love of money. And as I said before, if you're sitting there waiting for $1 million to pop in your lap because that's all you love, you're going to be waiting a long time. I'm just saying. You see what's going on in the world. You have to earn this. You can't just sleep on it. And you earn it through your integrity of doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. And again, we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's on its way to you. But is it for the love of money or the love of your soul? What is your motivation here? Queen of Swords, King of Wands. This is somebody who goes after the truth and cuts out anything that's in their way, that's making them feel insecure or less than or less important than another person. Got to cut it away. You're just as important as me, and I'm just as important as you. We are all in this shift together. And you must see the truth, which is your own soul telling you what the truth is. Not what some reader or some spiritual guru. A lot of these people are false prophets and they're just mimics. They just repeat what they've been told or what they hear. They don't search their own soul. They just figure out, well, I'm going to make money off of somebody else's idea because that's what we do. That ain't what we do. We search within our own soul to get the answers. And I'm not going to tell you that you alone are the prophecy, because all of us are. We're all part of this ascension. And this is the hope or the fear, one way or another. It's a healing. It is the Aquarian energy. Either you're hoping this comes in or you're fearing it. You can be afraid of of being put out in the open and seen. You could be afraid of that. Put my heater on. It's at my feet. Ah. So it's coming, and it's coming quick. So for those people who are going to leave, it's going to happen fast. And the truth will prevail here. And one way or the other, everybody's going to have to go on this healing journey, which sometimes takes you all the way to hell and teaches you how to love yourself all over again with the motherly energy of your soul, which is the Empress. She bows to no one. She's earned her crown through trials, tribulation, being a mother, the mother, maiden, and crone. That is the Trinity. The Trinity energy is what we are all looking for. And if you find it, you will heal on a cellular, spiritual, and molecular level. So the King of Swords to the Ten of Wands, the truth about burden. What are you burdened by? Are you burdened by the truth? Well, maybe you need to reevaluate what your truth is. If it burdens you, maybe it's time to reevaluate. Because whatever these dark little things have been doing behind the moon, especially this new moon, ta-da! It's going to be so bright, you got to wear shades. Some people are going to have to duck the flash, whatever you call it. Those who are not of the light will have to hide because they're not going to be able to withstand this energy. You are the prophecy. Don't be confused about that. The Demiurge is the malevolent energy that thinks that they're better than you. Like, I get a bunch of I'm just gonna do it for instance of people leaving comments about their self-importance when it's a general reading. It's for a whole collective, it's for a whole group. But these people put a self-importance on it that is ridiculous. Well, this doesn't match me, so this must not be for me. Or this doesn't, or this is 3 months ago and I'm still waiting. You know who you are. You're still waiting because you sat there and waited and you didn't do nothing about it. You just expected somebody to tell you what you were going to do and what you were going to experience. Without action, there can be no reaction. And yeah, I'm bitching. Because like I said, I earned my stripes. I went all the way to hell. And I had to climb back out with tooth and nail. And so might you. But it's okay because it's a rewarding effort. You will never be the same person that you were when you went there. I can tell you that much. And your whole paradigm changes once you make the choice. Collaboration, working together, that's how we fix this. That's how we come out of confusion. Putting yourself above everyone else and making, yourself feel more important than everybody else will lead to the Five of Cups. But there's still hope, as long as people are willing to learn. There's still hope. Like I said, you could take this as a bitch. You could take this as food for thought. Either way, it's up to you. If you want to engage in the narcissism and all that other stuff, it's totally your choice. Because there are some people who wish to have that. Like I said, they want both. They want the mother energy and they want the karmic energy. Can't have both. You can have, Ebenezer Scrooge watching over your orphanage. Or you can have the Empress. Always a choice. What you gonna choose? From within. Gemini and Virgo energy. Because this is what's riding on it. The Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. That's what's riding on it. If you really, really want this, you must do the work. It's not just going to be handed to you. Because with the Ten of Cups, can't buy or sell that. You can't. A happy home, can't buy or sell that either. You can have all the money in the world and be the most unhappy person there is on earth. Take, for instance, somebody who just died in a fire who had billions. But they were alone and they had no one. Were they happy? Probably not. No one cared about them. Whether they lived or died. Nobody cared. So letting go of a contract and healing. There is a contract here. A spiritual contract. Something that's meant to keep you in a low vibe and sketchy ass energy. If you're getting the downloads with your clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, you understand what's keeping you stuck. And you need to let go. Follow your soul. 444. Don't follow what everybody else says you should follow. Take your next step on your own, like a baby learning how to walk again. That's what Spirit wants for you. Spirit wants the best for you, always. But you have to take that first step. Back to the self. Back to the love that you are. Whole, pure. Only then when you find this Ace of Cups, the rest falls into place. It just does. It might not be perfect. It might be the Six of Pentacles instead of the Ten of Pentacles. But this is on the way to the Ten of Pentacles. You have to show yourself that love first. Be the mother to yourself first. before you can do it for anybody else. Most recent past. Ooh, somebody just found out the truth about you. Again, that song, tempted by the fruit of another. Yeah. This person was tempted into believing because of the love of money outweighed the love of themselves. That's pouring from an empty cup. Sure, you got full pockets, but your life is still empty. As I said before, someone with billions of dollars just died in a fire, alone, hoarding, because they found material things more important than people. How far did they get? Well, they had money. That's the truth. The facts are they were rich, but that's all they were. There was no depth to that person whatsoever. And in their old age, were so lost. They had no one that wanted to help them. Ebenezer Scrooge. They didn't awaken in time to see the truth of who they were. Therefore, they died alone. And nobody cared. Nobody cared. They still don't care. I'll bet they care about their will. But this is the love of money. Not people. Not yourself. The love of yourself, the filling of your own cup is the most important job you have to do on the face of this earth. This is a prophecy, and this is what changes the paradigm. And not settling for what the devil has to offer you, which is false light. The promise is a trick. Now, whether or not you fall for the trick or move on, the truth's going to come out either way. You're going to hear from someone who's got a big message for you about the facts, about the truth. And there are certain leaders out there that are not driven by their ego, that are not driven by power, that are not driven by the dollar, by the love of money. You have to find them. They're out there. You have to find them. But you have to look within. You ain't gonna find it outside yourself. This person is very concerned that you have protected yourself and told them they can have it. That you're not falling for the trick. You're not falling for the teddy bear that they gave you because they're with someone else. Like I said, this person wants it both ways. They want the karmic and they want the mother. It's not how this works. The mother said, bye. Keep your karmic. Hope y'all have fun in hell. Stay in that third dimensional love of money. The Empress has to move on now. She has to ascend. She has to go to the next level, with or without you. And they find out the truth about this Ten of Pentacles. The powers that has, did, was are the ones running the show. And it's all a show. And when you welcome yourself to the grand illusion and you understand that it is all a show, you awaken to the true you and what it means. And you awaken to the materialism of life that 100 years ago people didn't have, you know? I had grandparents who lived on a farm, had an outhouse, went to the grocery store once a month to stock up on goods, but grew their own food, grew their own stuff, and even hauled water in from outside. Can you imagine living that life for 80-something years? And then bitching because you didn't get your favorite toy for Christmas? Or your favorite electronic, or your favorite whatever? When these people have learned to live with like the minimum of anything in their life, now I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but what I'm saying is you have to be grateful for what you do have in order to get more. Even if you're all by yourself and you got nobody and you got nothing. Just like I was 4 years ago. I still talk to God and I still, okay, well, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So what are we going to do about it? We're going to cry over spilt milk. We're going to sit here and blame the world for where we are. Are we going to do something about it? We're going to learn to love ourselves enough to take that next step. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And yes, I was in that materialism world. And I needed to understand what it was like to be grateful for every day I got to wake up, because I almost died. Be grateful you woke up today. Be grateful you got another shot at making your life better. And the rest will follow suit. But you have to start somewhere. And those of you leaving comments about your self-importance and how each reading should be about you and your twin flame, you have to go after what you want. It's not going to drop in your lap without work, without some form of inner work. That's justice, either way you look at it. If you go down with the devil, that's justice too, if that's the path you choose. Devil wins either way. You know, whether you choose the toxic path or not, the devil wins either way. God only wins if you turn to the light and you love yourself enough to wake up every day and be thankful for your life. I've almost been taken out several times in the last 4 years. And I'm grateful that I get to wake up in the morning and say, oh, here's another day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. I get to wake up and do it again. Even if I have nothing or no one. You are your own justice, and you are the prophecy. You are the ones you were waiting for. Do not look outside yourself for those answers. And you'll find the Six of Wands. The adoration of others for what you have endured and what you have brought to the table. An emotionally balanced energy. Someone is coming towards you to offer you something of substance, but they're doing it because the healing is taking place and you're stepping into your power. Take that next right step. No matter what, you'll be fine. I promise. Even if it's scary. Even if you don't know where it's going. Your integrity is very, very important here. Are you going to hurt other people to get what you want? Or not? You can block that energy. Or you can engage in it. Either way, like I said, devil wins. Either way. Somebody's really upset for making the wrong choice here because their intuition is just kicked in. And you're winning because you chose to love yourself. Because you chose to pay attention, which is the new currency. This person is really upset because you walked away from them. But they have to understand, and they now understand why. Mercury retrograde goes around, comes around. This person is facing their own karma. And yeah, they're upset about that. They should be. Because what you want for another is what you'll manifest for yourself. So, positively polarized and wishing the best for everyone else is just as powerful as wishing the Five of Swords, Three of Swords on them too. It's just as powerful, but better results. All of this will be exposed. All of it will come out in the open. And each one of us are going to have to answer for the things that we've done. I told y'all, you know, if you've been on my channel for the last couple of years, I've been telling my people to get it all out in the open now. You know, last 2 years, get it all out in the open now. So when time comes, you got nothing to hide. Because all the masks will fall. Somebody definitely regrets how they treated you. You were their Nine of Cups. You were their wish fulfillment. They regret that shit now. But there really ain't nothing you can do for them. Like I said, you can choose to be Ebenezer Scrooge, or you can choose to be the Empress. Emperor. Leaders who care about other people and not just themselves. Leaders who care more about healing and promoting a good energy as opposed to making everyone fight each other. Now I know this won't make me popular because what makes tarot reading popular is when you put one against the other. Oh, this person's out to get you. This person's out to hurt you. This person, yeah, it's toxic, guys. But those kind of titles are what sells. Just like the big grand illusion you're watching right now, made for TV. The dark negativity is exactly where they want you. Thinking everybody's out to get you and life is unfair and blah, blah, blah. And as long as you stay there, you're right where they want you to be. You're an easy target. But if you have gratitude and faith in your heart, and it's authentic, it's real, they can't touch you. All right? It has to come from within. And you can't fake it. You can't fake it. You can fake being happy all you want, but until you actually feel it, you will be blocked from your star. You will be blocked from this healing. I'm sorry about the wiggling. I'm trying to level out things and it's not working out. Come here. Defend your star, your healing, your Aquarian energy, or block it. There's a choice. Oh, goodness. Somebody want me to get this message out. Like I said, this message is not going to make me popular. But that's okay. I'm grateful for the choice that I made to wake up today and to help as many as I can find their own star. I want to help you find it. I don't want to sugarcoat crap because it's still crap. Tell you you're the prophecy that you've been looking for and you have to do absolutely nothing for it. And sit there and wait for it to fall right in your lap. No, you have to do the work. You have to go down this path of enlightenment. You have to go through the dark night of the soul, which is like on a global level right now. What path will you choose? The past or the future? Right now, it would seem that there are a lot of people who are blocked because they're choosing the Ebenezer Scrooge. And until they walk that path and are visited by all the ghosts that haunt them from Christmas past, present, and future, they won't see and they won't choose what's right until it's right there in their face. Then it may not be too late. This is January energy, the end of January. So this reading will be good. We're right back where we started. The truth is confusing. Well, yeah. And somebody feels betrayed and bogged down. 10 swords stuck in their back. Because whoever this person was that approached you, God blocked them. God blocked them long enough for you to heal. They didn't want any good for you. So you walked away. You told them to keep the karma. That you did not want to be involved in that. And that hurt them. But they bought their own ticket. A painful, permanent ending. And they're going to find out really fast. Hell, I see somebody getting stuck in another country and not being able to travel. I see another person who's very ill and not able to ascend because their body isn't strong enough. This is why the confusion is here. Feeling like your hands are tied. There's nothing you can do about it. But is there? You know, like I said, it's all about choices, guys. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the Ace of Cups? Or the Demiurge? Which will put you in a bottle. In a prison of your own making. Don't choose this. For those of you who are just now coming on board and trying to learn how to understand this. Start doing your work. For those of you who have been with me for all this time, you know you don't have to fight the Demiurge. You know you don't have to fight the self-importance of a narcissist. You can simply move on. Live your life. Stay as positively polarized as possible, because either way is fair. He taketh and he giveth way. He, she, whatever God is. I don't claim to know everything. But I have seen people go out at young ages, 47, my brother, because he was very ungrateful about his life. He died early of some horrible things because he didn't care for himself. He didn't love himself. In fact, he hated himself. And that's why he took it out on everybody else. Don't take your personal issues out on other people. And don't claim every tarot reading is for you. And then give a tarot reader shit because it ain't happening. There's a whole collective of people out here. I'm not saying it ain't real, but it's storytelling, guys. And if you put yourself in that important, making yourself more important than anybody else watching the video, then you're feeding that Demiurge, which is malevolent. And it belongs to this guy. Either way, it's fair. You see. As stated in the post that I made, you can be the victim or the victor. It's all about a choice. Be grateful for what you have, or be disgusted about what you don't have. Five of Swords is a choice. Pick up those swords and walk away, or be humiliated by your own misgivings about people. And that includes misjudging and misunderstanding others. If your heart is open, there is no judgment. And it's not your job to judge other people. That's somebody else's job. That's the universe's job. That's the Most High's job. But if you choose to be their judge, jury, and executioner, that's what you wish for another. So it will come back to you. That's where this is headed. You want to graduate from the 3D? Wish nothing but happiness, glory, abundance on other people. So too shall it return. Or stay trapped in the obsessiveness of the Five of Swords and take on the burden of confusion, or move on with the facts in your hand. With the facts are found here, not out there. If you feel it's wrong or you feel it's right, you're probably most likely right. Go with that. But don't depend on another person to tell you what's right and what's fair. Decide that on your own. That's called sovereignty. All right. I'm going to get you a couple of other cards, and then that's going to be a reading. This is over an hour. Whoa, an hour's worth of reading here. So we have community, intuition. Wow. So that really falls in line with this. It says intuition versus fear. connect to the soul, and trust. Trust self and source. Your intuition. The High Priestess. And we have community. Connect with others. Support. Give and receive. This is angelic energy. That's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm giving you the information. You can receive it or reject it. That is entirely up to you. Ground yourself. Collective. Claim your power, as this is divine timing. And you are the divine incarnate. The prophecy that fulfills itself through your third eye, your intuition. You are what you seek. Keep that in mind. All right. And those of you who have a problem with intimacy, until you heal that part of yourself, you can't really offer it to another, regardless of what this twin flame journey thingy and all that other shit is. I'm just telling you. You only find your other half, your real other half, when you're no longer insecure and not loving yourself. You have to love yourself first. Okay, so we have the rising sun and the temple of carnelian for your Isis card. This says, it is time to trust in your own boldness and courage. Taking risks that fueled you, I can't even talk right now, that feel true to your heart, and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied and more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. The prophecy. The rising sun. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through the boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. So, as I said before, those of you who have been with me for 2 or 3 years, you know what this energy is. Those of you who have not, you are now coming into the truth of your soul. And is it burdensome? Well, yeah, it is, because you have to go down there, and you have to figure out what it is you have to change to take that next right step. There's never any accidents. The universe is always perfect with perfect timing. And when you're ready, it presents itself. What is that? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. This is the quest. Worry about leading your own self to water. Don't worry about leading everybody else. That'll fall into place. Holding on way too tight. Strangely lonely. Let's see what it says. This reading's over an hour. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to get to the zodiacs today or not, but I'll try. I've got a lot of stuff to take care of today. You got to understand I have another job too besides this one. 84. All right. So we're going to read this card. And hopefully it helps tie all this together. If not, don't. I don't know. Like I said, I just do what I'm told, which is my higher self letting me know what's supposed to be happening. Okay, so this is number 17, holding on way too tight. This sweet and defiant being holds fast to her Celtic cross, clutching her belief system, because without it, she is not sure who she truly is. Perhaps it was given to her by a beloved. Perhaps it represents her family, a loved one, or the aspects of her soul. But the reason she holds on so tight is that she is lonely and has yet to connect with her soul family on a day-to-day basis. There are times in your life when you too must be surrounded by people, even those who you call friends, but still you feel lonely, extremely lonely, amid it all, as she does. You may feel like you need a barrier between yourself and the world, as she does. There is a sense that you feel too strongly your individuality, and that you are lonely, as she is too. Strangely Lonely speaks. You are holding on tightly to something that is proving to be a barrier between you and others, which is why you feel so alone at times. At present, you may need to open up just a little and admit that you crave like-minded people around you. This does not mean people do the same things for a living as you. It means people who speak to your soul. You're craving metaphysical and mysterious discussions, and you've got some questions that truly need answers, or at least an exploration. It is time to consult oracles, the ones that we find when we seek not friends who tell us what they see, not what they think we wish to hear. And what you are likely to hear is that you must let something go. Like I said, anybody who is a true oracle or who has really been down this path of the Empress is not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. That's called tough love. And it doesn't mean they love you any less. It means they love you more than you can ever imagine. They're going to tell you the truth, even though the truth can be confusing for each and every one. The divination message here is: one dilemma with living in the world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding on it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have or whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and that it's an imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please let go, just a little, and notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others. And this therefore helps you create your world anew. It is likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door. Just for a moment. Keep that in mind. Just so you know what you need to hang on to and what you need to let go of. You are part of a bigger picture here. And each one of us has a job. And when you get that next step and you fill your own cup, you can reach back and help others find their next step. Not proclaim that you are their leader, but to lead by example. So those are your messages. Please remember to press that like button, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.